What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing. It's not a Taylor guitar, this is just the box that it came in. But this guitar is a special one. This is something that I've been searching for a very long time. It has, they were only sold in certain countries around the world, to give you a little bit of a hint of what we're going after right now. And somehow one of these ended up used in North America for a pretty good price. So as most of us would do, if you have the ability to, you make that decision and you grab that guitar that you've been after for so many years since you were a kid, looking at these guitars on 7-string forum and all the other guitar forums that we all just more or less grew up with. And it's right here. Let's open this thing up. Alright, let's try to find the handle on this thing. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Also, pro tip here, if you are someone who likes to kind of try new guitars and you like to get guitars and things like that, just hold on to that box if you have the ability to, because you're probably going to need it sooner than you think if you like to cycle through guitars. Alright, here's the case, and you're probably thinking that, okay, it's probably, something that's very usual to the channel here, in terms of things that I like to do, and, the guitar players that I like to cover on the channel, my own personal influences, but it's an ESP. So we might be in the right direction if you're thinking this, but it's not typical to what you think I might like on this. So, throw it on the couch, let's get into it. And here we go, moment of truth. Now this is an ESP Eclipse, as you can see, we got the ESP logo up there. This is a standard series, this is before E2 and all that, but here's the coolest part of the guitar. But this is the coolest part about the guitar, is that this is an Eclipse 4-knob CTM. And this guitar, it has the standard Les Paul layout down here. This guitar was only sold in certain countries, obviously in Japan, where this guitar was built, and I think in a couple of European countries as well. Somehow, one of these made it over into Canada, and I managed to get my hands on it. And of course, these could not be sold in North America because they looked too similar to something else. Let's look in here. Alright, there we got looks like we got the original bridge, strap lock tops and everything. Nice, looks real good. There's not a lot of extra case candy because this is just a standard production guitar, but very cool to have some of the original parts, and of course those strap locks, because those are going to come in handy very soon. Alright, now here it is in all of its glory. This is a 2012 ESP Eclipse Standard. We got the satin black with gold binding all the way around here. The best part about this, in my opinion, is that it's a very rare, very coveted 4-knob configuration right here. It also has the upper cut right around here. It's a used guitar, so it does have a little bit of dents and wear on the guitar, but it's a good sign because the guitar has been played, it's worn in, it's probably going to sound really awesome too, but that's kind of what I wanted. And especially for this guitar here, especially with the coveted 4-knob layout, this upper cutaway here, it's a little bit different than your standard North American ESP Eclipse, but this was something I've always been after, regardless of the finish. I've always wanted one of these things, and I can't believe I have it here. I remember years ago being able to play a regular North American ESP Eclipse, which with the exact same color combination as this one, which funny enough, but it had the 3-knob layout, and it had the shorter horn right here. And I remember just playing that guitar and being this is an absolutely incredible guitar, not realizing ESP just kind of had a thinner body for the single cut Les Paul style, thinner neck, and it just felt like the most modern single cut Les Paul style guitar that Gibson was not going to make, because that's just not what they do. And of course, being able to see something that just kind of looks like a sleeper Gibson from so far away, with the control layout and with this upper cutaway here, and being only exclusive to certain countries around the world for sale for some cease and desist reasons probably. Yeah, this is such a cool guitar. It's it checks so many boxes, and yeah, it's a little different than what I'm usually going for, with the Dimebag, Alexi, Zakk Wylde shapes, or a lot of the super strats and extended range stuff. This is different, and I love it. And I want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Lou, who was able to pick it up for me and ship it out this way. And yeah, thanks buddy. This is a holy grail guitar right here, and I can't wait to write a bunch of songs on it. Let's plug it in, let's hear how it sounds. We're gonna keep things short and sweet here, and we're gonna get out of here, but before I go, I just gotta say that this guitar has absolutely made a very, very good first impression. Like, plugging it in, getting it tuned up, and hitting those first like couple open chords, and just the chugs that come from this thing with your classic EMG set, like I think this might be the Zakk Wylde set, or like the old Kirk Hammett set, and yeah, this is nuts. Like, there is so much clarity on this guitar, and the notes just kind of jump off the guitar. Like, I've explained that in a couple different videos with certain guitars, but like the notes just pop off this guitar. So you could tell like there's very good cuts of wood that are being used for like these ESP standard, and I guess now E2 guitars, but like, holy, like this is absolutely incredible. And of course the guitar needs a setup, like the neck's a little bit bowed, but like frets feel great. There was no dead frets or like tall frets, no like sitar frets, if you will. Nothing's buzzing out or anything, and like, yeah, I'm blown away. The note clarity on this guitar is so good. Like, even sonically, just plugging in on its own, it sounds like it's already pre-mixed and in a mix, like it's album ready. Like, so I think I might have to put that to the test and maybe just track an album or something like that and use this guitar with it, because this demo track, listening back to it, I'm just like me plugging in for the first time, sounds really good. Stock preset that I use for all of my demos, and it sounds so clear and so clean, and guitar feels and sounds awesome. Like, yeah, really awesome guitar. But for now, stay tuned. You're gonna get a full demo video on this and a full review. I'm gonna set this guitar up and walk you through it, take everything apart on this guitar and show you what these guitars are made of. But yeah, very good first impression for these ESP made in Japan standard guitars. If you like this video, let me know all thoughts and opinions down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on these very rare, very special ESP 4-knob Eclipses. Very sick guitars. Thanks for checking this out. Make sure you hit subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time.